Hi, this is Dr. Anita with another diamond moment. Never forget that diamonds are produced by time, heat, and pressure. The cut and clarity, the size of the diamond will determine its use. The use of the stone adds to its value. The first few cuts in a raw diamond will not be enough to bring out its beauty. You must continue shaping the diamond, but you must do it with precision in order to expose the beauty of that stone. Only a diamond can cut a diamond. Your change can only happen when you're connected to someone designed to shape a diamond. In the same way that iron sharpens iron, so diamonds cut diamonds. It takes an unfaltering hand to make the cuts that are needed to shape the diamond. And at each cut, there is emotion to be expected, but there are degrees of emotion which make each new cut possible. These things must take place because becoming that thing of value is a process, and a process has stages. We've been discussing terminology. We've been talking about ways that we can communicate together so that we understand each other. Terminology is necessary in every profession. Doctors use medical terminology, lawyers, legal terminology, scientists use scientific phrases and formulas in order to do their work. And in the same way, we must learn, you and I must learn how to communicate together. You need to understand my heart so that you can receive what I'm sharing with you. I've learned that you can't force anyone to accept any idea or concept. So the only thing that I can do is offer it to you. Hopefully, you'll find value in it. But it's not just the information that you hear sounds good, that sounds reasonable, that sounds normal. Okay, I can go with that. It's not that. It's not what you hear, it's what you incorporate into your life. The reason that we've been going at a slow pace is because I want you to have time to sit and to meditate in these things, to think about them, to get your mind in a position where it is able to incorporate these thoughts. You're able to look into your own life's history and determine whether this is something that I can hold on to and keep, or whether this is not me. You know, everything is not about you. Sometimes I see posts on social media where someone feels inclined to get on somebody's page and express a whole lot of stuff. If you don't receive that, it's because it's not about you. There is someone that which is greater than us, God, the Creator, Spirit, is speaking to. And that particular piece may not be about you, but it very definitely could be about someone else. I wanted us again to look at some of the terminology that we've been addressing so that we can speak the same language, so that I can move faster, so that you understand where I'm coming from, what I'm talking about. You can incorporate that quickly into your life and move forward to the next concept. We talked about paradigm shifts. These are enormous shifts in our lives. I shared with you in losing my son and how everything was in my life was turned upside down in a matter of 3 months. Life as I knew it had ended, and I had moved forward into completely uncharted areas. I talked to you about being raised by a mother who was fearful, and I gave you the reasons for that. She lost two children between my brother and myself. She was afraid. Fear does not create health. Scripture says that love cannot be perfected in fear because fear has torment. What that means is when you're fearful of something, you can't get the most out of it because you're so fearful of that. I see people and talk to people that are afraid of a myriad of things. They're afraid of other people. They're afraid of superstitious ideas they're afraid of. And many times those ideas are holding you in place. You can't reach where you want to go because you're so fearful to do something out of the ordinary, to change your pattern, to change your routine, to move forward in a way that would enable you to get what you want out of life. But because you've never done it before, you're so afraid that somebody is going to speak evil into your life. Something is going to happen. They're going to say something, and then I'll be caught up in some kind of stuff that I don't want to be involved in. Well, understand this as well, that everything that we do, especially for those, and we talked about this, who have a foundational belief system, everything that we do requires us to have faith, to believe that what we feel in our hearts will come to pass, and that we can utilize our faith to transcend the heights that had held us back before. We have to realize and understand when we talked about degrees of emotion, yeah, it may have been bad, and I'm speaking about this in terms of negative issues. It may have been bad, but it doesn't mean that you can't take the experience that you learn from that thing, turn it around and make it work for you. Why would you expect to experience only bad? You must learn to turn that thing that came against you into a strength. When we go to the gym and we do exercises, you may like the gym, you may not, but it does require that you exercise muscles. Our faith is a muscle. We have to utilize that faith. Scripture says that we learn the difference between good and evil by exercising. By exercising. That's how we get that knowledge. So what it means is you utilize what's around you in order to determine what you like, what you don't like, what you will do, what you won't do. But sometimes you have to experience it in order to understand or to realize whether that's for me or that's for someone else. But if everything is to the max, everything is awful, it's terrible, it's terrifying, we never have the opportunity to get to the nuance of emotion, the small incremental nuances of emotion that allow us to determine whether we can continue or whether this thing is detrimental to our life, health, and well-being, and we need to back away. We truly have to take into consideration the nuances of life. Sometimes we can approach something that requires some patience. And if we have not developed any patience, we take a wait as a no. Wait doesn't mean no, it means wait. When we go to a traffic signal, the light is red. You have to wait until it turns green. It doesn't mean that the light is never going to turn green. It just means for right now, you need to hold still. Why do you need to hold still? Because there's traffic coming. And if you step out there now, you're subject to great harm. The Creator, God, the universe, will put us in situations that cause us to have to slow down and wait just a moment. It doesn't mean we're not going to achieve the goal. It does not mean that we will not move forward. But for right now, at this very moment, We need to slow it down and just wait a second. Wait does not mean no. It just means wait. Just wait. But if we don't grasp the nuances of what's being said to us, we overlook opportunities that may be exactly what we've been waiting for. Wait does not mean no. It means wait. As you are waiting to become what you want to be, remember it is a process. Thank you for listening. Remember to visit my website at www.DrAnitaMc.com. That's DrAnitaMc.com for links and additional information. Always invest in yourself.